Chapter 1: History of Computers. Children, a computer is an amazing machine, isn't it? It has touched almost every aspect of our lives and made them comfortable. It has changed the way we work, live, play, etc. But have you ever wondered if the computer that you see and use today looked the same when it was developed? The answer is no. From the very beginning, the primitive people felt the need to calculate things. They used different objects like stones, sticks, or even bones to count. Gradually, many devices were developed, which later helped in the development of modern computers. Let's study some of those devices in this chapter. Abacus. Abacus was the first calculating device. The Chinese invented abacus over 5,000 years ago. It was invented to count large numbers by moving its beads. It is the earliest known calculating device. Simple mathematical calculations such as addition and subtraction could be performed with the abacus. Napier's bones. Napier's bones were invented by a mathematician from Scotland, Sir John Napier, in 1617. It could multiply numbers using a set of rods. These rods were made up of bones. The device was called Napier's bones because it had multiplication tables inscribed on carved bones. Slide rule. William Outred in the year 1622 invented a slide rule which was used for computing and based on the principles of logarithms. It is an example of an analog device of computing. Pascaline. Pascaline was invented by a French mathematician and scientist, Blaise Pascal, in 1642. It was the first real mechanical calculator. It could do addition and subtraction of numbers using a series of 8 rotating wheels. Leibniz's calculator. Just a few years after Pascal, around 1671, a German inventor, Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, managed to build a 4-function addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division calculator. He called it the stepped reckoner because it employed fluted drums having 10 flutes arranged around their circumference in a stair-step fashion. Bit. Leibniz was the first to advocate use of the binary number system, which is fundamental to the operation of modern computers. Jacquard Loom. Jacquard Loom was a mechanical loom invented by Joseph Marie Jacquard in 1801. It was an automatic loom controlled by the punched cards. The punched cards had the ability to store information in them. This ability to store information was what helped spark the computer revolution. Bit. A punched card is a piece of stiff paper that contains digital information represented by the presence or absence of holes in specific positions. Analytical Engine. Analytical Engine was invented by a professor of Cambridge University, Charles Babbage, in 1833. It could do difficult calculations. Data and instructions were given as input into this device and the output was automatically printed. Tabulating Machine. In 1890, Hermann Hollerith developed a tabulating machine based on punched cards. It was also an important step towards the invention of the electronic computer. The machine could automatically read information which has been punched onto the cards. The punched cards technology was used in computers until the late 1970s. Crackit. Who is the current CEO of IBM India? Bit. Hollerith's tabulating machine became so successful that he started his own firm to market the device. This company eventually became International Business Machines, IBM. ENIAC. INIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. It was the first modern computer invented in 1946. It was constructed at the University of Pennsylvania by a team led by Professor J. Presper Eckert and John W. Moseley. It worked slowly and gave out a lot of heat. It was composed of individual panels to perform different functions. ChapterReview.com. The Chinese invented Abacus over 5,000 years ago. Napier Bones had multiplication tables inscribed on carved bones. Pascal was the first real mechanical calculator. Jacquard Loom was an automatic loom controlled by the punched cards. The punched cards technology was used in computers until the late 1970s.